Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm in the street, and we are installing Java on BSD. We are also installing BSD. I guess I should highlight that part of the video more. Alright, so I'm doing a Minecraft live stream today for reasons that I'll talk about in the podcast, because I wasn't originally planning on having a live stream tonight. I was planning on actually going to a social event. But instead, I'm doing this live stream, and Kirsten wants to join me, and Kirsten wants to play Minecraft. So, I've got this computer here, this Dell Dimension. Ignore this is obviously an older computer manual. So I've got this Dell Dimension 3000 there, and I am going to have to install something on there, because right now what's on there is Windows XP with a virus on it. So, at least one virus. And so, yeah, I'm going to, first I was thinking I would install Linux. But you know, I've got plenty of computers with Linux on them. I think what I'm going to do is install FreeBSD on there. And I was thinking about installing maybe PCBSD. My problem with PCBSD is that it's kind of heavy. Works very well, very fast, but it is, I mean, I don't think it's super heavy, but it's definitely more heavy than just FreeBSD. Also, I was really wanting to try out GhostBSD, and everything I read about them was great. And then I went to their website, and it was filled with grammatical issues. And people were saying, oh, well, you know, English wasn't their native language. Then write your website in your native language. Because if you write an English website and I read it and it's absolutely horrible, then I'm not going to download your distribution. So now that I'm going to get flamed on at least one of those two counts, because I may have just insulted anyone using PCBSD or GhostBSD, even though I didn't mean to, we are going to try installing FreeBSD. Which, if you don't know how this went the last time I tried it, this should give you a good indication. It's kind of worn out right now. I rewrite it on there every couple months. But yeah, last time I tried installing FreeBSD, I ended up using the disk as a cup holder, and I really don't like BSD that much. So I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, really just for the sake of doing it. Because I mean, I've got Ubuntu GNOME running on here right now. And then I've got Arch Linux running on that. And I figure if I can get Arch running, then I mean, I can probably get BSD running. Because there was a time at which I could not get Arch running either. And then, of course, I've got macOS running on the server here, although there's a Debian virtual machine that's actually being the server. Because I trust Debian more than I trust macOS at this point. It's an outdated version of macOS, that's why. But yeah, I am installing FreeBSD for whatever reason. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, this is a horrible idea. I'm sorry, this video is going to be another one of those camera points into CRT videos, but if it makes you feel any better, then it probably isn't going to work anyway. And I will not be using the fancy microphone for this video either, because, as aforementioned, it probably won't work. And I probably just mispronounced something too, but I just made a USB flash drive with FreeBSD on it, because there's no way I'm wasting another disk on that. And I'm going to turn the computer on now. I had to walk over there and turn it on. I didn't really mean, like, literally right the second I said now. And if the CRT would power up, we could see, no, we missed it. Alright, we missed it. Let me take that disk out, because we don't want that. That was definitely not the right disk. Alright, oh, okay. It's F12. Nope. Alright, F12. There we go. Alrighty. Keyboard failure. Keyboard seems to be working fine for me. So USB flash device, and it's working. Yep. I could tell it was working because that little spinning cursor, which is a neat idea. I don't think that that's actually, I mean, obviously it's not an animation. I think that all they do to make that little asterisk loading sign is spin the cursor around really fast. So yeah, that's one thing I'll give to FreeBSD, is they have a nice loading icon. And based on prior experience, dimming the lights down here doesn't actually help with the camera shot. Otherwise, I would do that, but it did not help last time, so. Alright, FreeBSD, they've got some nice ASCII art. I don't know how to pronounce that acronym. Alright, so... Alright, booting multi-user. Okay. I didn't touch anything, it just booted automatically. So if we can just get ourselves into either a terminal or an installation wizard. Either of those would be great. All right, install. So you can either... okay, we do not have a mouse. That just looks like a mouse, so I thought we might have a mouse, but we don't. Welcome to FreeBSD. Would you like to begin installation or use the live CD? We want to install I. Hello. Is anything going to work? Yeah, my keyboard isn't working. So, is the computer frozen? The num lock and the caps lock aren't really working. Okay, so it appears we're frozen. Off to a great start. All right, so apparently by turning off the computer when it was frozen, we broke the installation media. So that's great. Loving FreeBSD so far. First of all, it freezes, and second, it doesn't recover from the freeze. All right, against my better judgment, I just went ahead and made a CD-ROM with FreeBSD on it. And it's the boot-only ISO, so it doesn't have, like, the packages. It'll have to download everything. But, you know, if it actually works, then that would be great. I'm going to chalk up the other issue to the flash drive being just a bad flash drive. What do we got here? Have some errors. But it looks like we're going through anyway. Alright, there's that mouse again. And here we have... Alright, now we can move around with our arrow keys. So yeah, I'm going to give BSD the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say that was a problem with the flash drive we were using and not with either that or with the computer. Because like I said, that was an old flash drive, and also this computer might or might not even be capable of booting from a flash drive. Obviously, it's capable to a certain extent because we just did it, but... whatever, let's go ahead and select install and move on. So key map, test default key map, testing, yeah, that's fine. Continue with default key map. Host name, let's see, keynote, all right. And we don't need docs. Yeah, we don't need docs. Games, yeah, definitely. Ports, please. I found out if you deselect ports, then you cannot install anything. Because it turns out nobody actually writes anything for BSD. Anything that you're running on BSD is going to be written for Linux and then ported over. So you want that ports tree selected. System source code we do not need. So continue. No installation files were found. That's because this was a boot-only disk. We will use the only network card in the machine, and yeah, IPv4. Automatic DHCP. Do not configure IPv6. Okay. Alright. Oh, so that's interesting. So it's actually going to, normally what it does is it has DHCP pull in the DNS servers from our router, but instead, actually, never mind. That might just be because I set those in our router. Never mind. Why would they do Google's DNS servers by default? Alright, that must be because I set that in my router settings. Alright, sorry guys, babbling to myself. Site closest to you. Main site, really. I'll just stick with main site. Guided. Entire disk. So we've got a boot partition, a UFS partition, and a swap partition. Not sure why we've got a separate boot partition. We'll just click finish because I don't know what I'm doing because this is BSD. I don't know the ins and outs of this. Your changes will now be written to disk. Commit. All that's on here, like you saw before, is Windows XP with a virus. So it's not on there anymore, though. Yeah, today Kirsten's going to be using this for Minecraft, but in the future I'm going to use this as kind of a presentation computer on the other side of the basement. I'll show you at the end of this video. Right now I've got a Power Mac G4 sitting there, which is really cool, but you can't do anything with it because it's too old to do much. So yeah, I'll bring this over and it'll just be used to play like videos and things for people at the conference table. So we're downloading all of our different parts. This is kind of cool because Linux distros, when they do this, they have progress bars, but they don't give you like individual what they're downloading. You can see like we're downloading the kernel right now, and now we're downloading games and I guess ports now. I guess Linux does package by package, but those go by too quickly for you to see. So it's cool that you can see the different categories downloading. All right, all checksums passed. Nobody has intercepted our download or anything. So those are archives, and now we're extracting them. Go on. Finish. There you go. Select a password for root. All right. Cool. Not set to UTC. Region is UTC. I like that they have that as an option after you just said it wasn't that. Region is, I guess, America. United States. Why can't they have the US towards the top? I'll probably have to cut that out, won't I? All right, well, Central Time is what we will, yeah, CDT. No. No. I thought it was CST. All right, you know what? It's under US. Yeah, sure, we'll use it. All right, so services we want started at boot. SSH, okay. Mouse D. Now we need PS2 mouse pointer, but we don't need it on the console. Synchronized system and network time, no. All right. Would you like to add users? Yeah. Username, Jacob. Full name, Jacob Kaufman. Okay. Keep going. All right. No. No. All right. Alrighty. Oh. Okay. And looks like everything is done. So apply configuration and exit installer. Okay. So I will go and remove the CD from the drive if it doesn't automatically eject itself. All right. Now, in case you're not aware, that was not the hard part. That was not what was so difficult to do. The problem was not installing. The problem was actually getting a display server running so that you can actually use the computer for something useful. So we're connecting to our network and everything, so that's good. That's promising. Login, root. All right. Now let me go and look up the commands for installing XFCE. And now I'm not sure if I want XFCE or Enlightenment, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'd actually like to use Enlightenment on here because why not? So, PKG, yeah, we want to fetch that. So, the package management tool actually is not installed by default. At least this package management tool isn't. But there's a bootstrap that will get it for you when you try and use it. So, PKG. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have that installed. Now we will type pkg install Enlightenment. Now, I've heard that when you install a desktop environment in BSD, it may or may not grab X for you. So if it gets done installing Enlightenment and it still doesn't work, then we might just have to install the X Windows system ourselves. We'll see. We'll see. I want Enlightenment, first of all, because I'm already using XFCE on another computer here, and I'm all about diversity in the computing world. Also, it uses a fraction of the resources of XFCE. No packages available to install matching Enlightenment have been found in the repos. Great. All right. All right, let's try some stuff. PKG search E17. EKG search Enlightenment. Oh, EKG search Enlightenment 18. So we have documentation. No packages available. Alright, well I really wanted to use packages because I actually know how they work, coming from Linux, but looks like we'll have to use the port system, because apparently the port system actually works, whereas packages don't. So, user/ports/x11 window manager/enlightenment. No such file directory. Oh, I wrote posts. I should have written port. Okay, let's just start over. cd/user/ports/x11 window manager/enlightenment. Make install clean. Alright, let's see if this works. Enable Illum module. Let me check what that is. That is for mobile devices such as phones. We do not want that enabled. License has been accepted by the user. That's weird. So now we're downloading Enlightenment. So I guess rather than having remote repositories of packages like Linux does, BSD has all the packages metadata stored on the system, and then when you install one of those meta packages, then it goes and downloads the actual package. It's interesting that it downloads the actual package from the Enlightenment website and not from the FreeBSD website, so there's not a centralized repository, at least not one with Enlightenment. Native language support, okay. Build and or install documentation, I guess. I'm just continuing with the defaults for everything right now. Pretty excited that it's actually working. Alright, so now it's compiling everything. Which I never like compiling things by hand because I always screw it up, but, you know, it's using its own scripts for this. So I guess it would be difficult for me to screw this up at this point in the process. See, simply installing a package, at least on Linux, wouldn't have taken as long as it takes to compile an entire thing here. I don't know the technical terms. I'm not trying to pretend that I actually know what's going on in the background, but I do know that whatever's going on right now in the background does take longer than simply installing a package. So I guess it could be taking a while too, because even though we're only installing Enlightenment, we're also installing all of Enlightenment's dependencies, which include like the X Windows system and everything, and we're having to compile all of that as well. Whereas if all of that was already installed and we were just installing Enlightenment, like if we had XFCE or something and we were installing Enlightenment, a lot of the dependencies would already be met, whereas they're not right now. Okay, subpixel rendering, and PNG support. Sure. Oh, I probably should not have selected subpixel rendering, considering we are not using an LCD screen. I feel like subpixel rendering, that just sounds like something that would slow the system down. Like rendering... You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, enable animated PNG support. Why not? Getting lots of SourceForge files. Moved temporarily. Is that an error message? Error code. Awesome. Alright, let's see what the deal is. Alright, so first let's make sure that it actually failed. Enlightenment, start. Man not found. Alright, so port snap fetch. We're updating our port library. Except we already did that. We already did that, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we did. Can we scroll up in a terminal? Nope. Alright. And port snap update. Okay. Guess we can do that. Oh, yeah. I'll let you know when this is done. Alright, so I just got done running that command, and once again, we will do cd/user/ we really don't need to do that, but we'll do it anyway. X11 window manager / enlightenment, and then make install clean. And I'll let you guys know when that's done, because I don't want to make you all sit through that again. So, just in case I missed this last time, this time we're installing Python, and we've got some things there that will be enabled, some other modules. I don't remember it installing Python last time. Maybe it did, but I don't think it did. Yeah, see, we've got all these options that we didn't have to do last time. So we'll keep everything at the default settings. But yeah, I just thought it was worth mentioning. Hopefully that means we're getting farther this time. So now we're back to checking everything, and I bet it'll start making things after that. So yeah, I'll let you guys know whenever it gets done. Okay, see, now it's having me get curl. And curl, I believe, is kind of important for compiling things. So, kind of weird that it's just now having me get that. Yeah, just going to continue with the default settings. Okay, and now we're getting curl. Not to be confused with curl. Okay, I will continue to update you. Alright, so we're running a little short on time. The stream is supposed to start in 12 minutes, and we're not even done installing our graphical user interface yet. Hoping we'll make it in time, but it does look like we're getting farther than we did last time. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Alright, so it does not look like we're going to finish this in time because we only have 3 minutes until the stream, so Kirsten will just have to use that laptop over there, which is unfortunate because I didn't want her to touch it. But that's alright. Things seem to be working. As you can see, we had 8 warnings generated, but CMake has been compiled, and it looks like we're actually getting somewhere. So we will continue with this after the stream. Man, I told you guys the live stream was last night, or I told you when the live stream was going on, and as you can see, it's the next day now. This is something I absolutely love about computers, is that I can turn the monitor off and just let it sit there all night, and it'll still work when I come back. See, I can still go through. It was just waiting for me to tell it what to do the whole night. That's awesome. So, okay. Gonna keep everything at the defaults still. See, it keeps saying I'm accepting more and more licenses. I didn't realize. All right, Java. Ooh, Java platform support. Well, that's great, because last time I installed BSD, it didn't have Java at all. And I'm pretty sure that that is a, pretty sure that that's a port. Bootstrap, I don't know what that is. I'm just keeping everything at the default settings. So. Okay, obviously I have not just been sitting at the computer non-stop this entire time, but this is taking a really long time, and I just wanted to point out, we're setting options for Bash now. Like, I'm wondering, I thought Bash was already installed. Did we not have Bash installed before? Like, all I wanted to do was install a desktop environment, and we're installing all these things and setting all these configurations. And I've just been over here just clicking enter. But yeah, I thought it was very odd. Yeah, now we're installing Bash. Awesome. It's been another half hour, but on the upside, it looks like we are installing X11. Alright, it's been another hour. I just recorded the Nerd on the Street News episode for this week. Yeah, I do it the day of. That's really bad planning, but whatever. And I noticed it's done. It cleaned up everything, including for Enlightenment. And so I have reached Enlightenment, apparently. And I have new mail, which I don't really know how to check on this. I think I do, actually. I could probably figure it out, but I don't really want to. I want to figure out how to get Enlightenment working. So, really glad that I turned the camera off while I was putting it in the tripod. So, hopefully you caught what I said before. Otherwise, look at the screen. So, here's our keyboard back. And let me go look up what to do next. If we can just start Enlightenment, or if we can, like, if we have to do something else first. I don't know. Alright, let's try just going for it, man. Oh, actually, we should probably reboot first. Alright. No, let's try it. Let's try it. Enlightenment start. Alright. Enlightenment error. Okay, let's log in as Jacob. Okay. Cannot initialize Encore X. Tell me that reboot works in BSD. Thank you. Alrighty, let's try again. Jacob. Alright, let's try start X first. Start X not found. Enlightenment start, no. Alright, no nano on BSD. Let's try this. Nope. Do we not have X? Alright, let's try this. Make install clean. Oh, whoops. Alright, here we go again. Apparently Xorg was not installed, so we have to install that. Let's see how many hours this one takes. Like, seriously, this has been running for multiple hours. Yep, see? We gotta go dependency, dependency, dependency. Over and over and over and over. It's just gonna keep getting more and more dependencies. It's gonna take so long. I'll let you know when it's done. Okay, so it's almost 3 o'clock now, and we've gotten to this point. It's just been compiling. I really hope they get that packaging system sorted out soon so that we don't have to compile every single thing we want to install. But as you can see, we've got a list of different Xorg applications. That's great. Install them all or whatever what the default was, and now we'll download them and install them. By golly, it's done. And it's almost 4. It's 3:54 right now. So let's go ahead, reboot, if it will let us reboot. Come on. There you go. Okay, here we are. Okay, so Jacob, password. All right, let's see if this works this time. Start Enlightenment. Not found. Start X. All right, Start X looks to be found. Okay, we have no mouse. Mouse does not work. No keyboard either. Awesome. So we are completely frozen now. Oh, no, I just Control-Deleted. Okay. Alright, the computer looks to be frozen. Okay, I just manually rebooted the computer. So yeah, as soon as we started Xorg, it just didn't work. So that's great. Alright, let's log in once again. Jacob. Oh, it's Enlightenment start. That was the problem. Okay. Can initialize Encore X. So using X in it, we got to here. Once again, it seems we're frozen. I don't know what Control-Delete does, because all it does is turn the screen off. Alright, what do we have on here? Do we have V? Yes, we have V. I don't know how to use V. Crap, wait. Got it. Alright. So V / .x init rc. New file. Alright. Quit. Locate .x init rc. Okay. /user / lib exec / locate .updated b. Alright. So now we're loading something. I hope. Alright, so apparently that xinitrc file does not exist. Just troubleshooting here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, see, so we can start Enlightenment. Crap. Great. So we can start Enlightenment, but we have no mouse and keyboard. Let me go grab a USB one. All right, USB mouse also does not work. All right, so we can start Enlightenment, but we have no mouse or keyboard. Okay, so apparently whatever genius designed this system decided that if you're installing Xorg, it does not necessarily mean that you want a keyboard or mouse to work. So what we have to do is compile more stuff and install drivers for our keyboard and mouse separately. Okay. Let's install that. Okay. Error code 1. Already installed. All right. So that's not the problem. Okay, just trying random things here. So cd service dbus start. Awesome. v/etc/rc.config. Now what is this? Wait, alright, we can't actually change anything. So that's nice. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay. God. Alright. Quit. Alright. Just reboot the computer. Okay. And HALD. Let's try it now, I guess. Well. Nope. Alright. Let's try it. Ah, there we go. All right, so yeah, you need to start dbus and HALD before you can start X. Okay, system default language. Next, English for a keyboard. Computer, standard. Okay, and yes, I know I'm running this as root and I shouldn't be. I will reboot and log in under Jacob. That size is fine. Focus by click. All right. This is nice. I had not seen the Enlightenment setup wizard before. On-demand support disabled. All right. Network management support disabled. Enable update checking. Enable taskbar. Yes. Enlightenment. So really, you're supposed to go through start X, not X in it. There's apparently a difference. I'm sorry, guys, but it's 4:15 on Sunday, and I started this on Friday, so that gives you an idea of... Actually, I guess I started it yesterday, but still, that should give you an idea of how long I've been trying to get this working. Wondering what it's doing now. We're definitely using Enlightenment 17.5. No hard drive activity. So not sure if this is going to work at all or not. If we can just get into the GUI so I can find an editor that I actually know how to use and add dbus enabled to that rc.config file, that would be great. All right, we're only going to wait on this a couple more seconds. That's what happens if you press Control-Alt-F something. Oh. Control-Alt-F9 undoes that. Still don't know what our deal is here. Come on. All I want's a desktop. All I want's a desktop. I don't think we're going to get it. Right, Control-Alt-Delete is no longer working, so that's nice. Oh, it's done. Okay. Log in. Here we go. Compositor error. Let's support. All right. All right. Log in. We're going to minimize that. Don't want to break anything. All right. So as you can see, we have a fully functional, or at least a semi-functional Enlightenment desktop. My goodness. All right. This is nice. I actually have not used Enlightenment in quite a while. So, applications. Let's see. Do we have Enlightenment File Manager? Root. etc/ nothing in here. Awesome. Well, I am going to have to play around with this to get it to start Enlightenment automatically and everything. But I think I'm going to leave you guys here because this is a success in my eyes. Because I got X working and I got Enlightenment working. You can see here we've got a desktop. We don't have any programs. And I'm wondering if we have to use that port system for every single thing we really want to install, which would suck. But seeing as this is BSD, I could see it. But you know what? I think that is just about everything that we need to do in this video. So yeah, that was installing FreeBSD and getting Enlightenment on it. Great. All right, so I'd like to give a huge shout out to the Linux community because they're much better than BSD. And since I'm feeling generous, shout out to the GNU project too. So yeah, that's about all. For now, I'm going to go and do something that's not FreeBSD. Not that I've been doing this nonstop the whole time. I basically just made the entire Nerd on the Street news episode while this was compiling. But yeah, that's about all. I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm Nerd on the Street, and I will see you guys later. See ya!